Hey Indian Riders, so I'm getting ready for my 20,000, 23,000 mile uh, ride of my life. So I gotta prepare my bike, my Indian Chieftain, ready for the long haul. So I got about 35,500 miles on the baby. I got my ride November 22nd, I believe, of 2016. So put a lot of miles already. I know I need to do a brake job because I don't want any issues on the road when I'm doing all those miles. So we're gonna do a brake job today. I've never done one for as brake pads on a motorcycle, but how hard can it be? Just like a vehicle, which I do. Alright, so got my EBC brake pads from online. I hope they're the correct ones. I've inquired several times to make sure it's the right ones. So there's front brake pads and rear brake pads. On the Chieftain, okay, the part numbers for EBC brakes is going to be FA3478HH, and the other one's going to be FA196. Hoping these are the right pads. I don't know which goes in the front, which goes on the back until I've taken everything apart, right? I don't have a shop manual whatsoever. So tools that gonna need to do this job: a 10 millimeter, because on the bottom of the caliper cover here, all right, there's a 10 millimeter bolt that goes through. For the front two chrome nuts, it's going to be a 1/2 inch. Okay, gonna use this angled socket here to do the job. Gonna need a screwdriver. Okay, gonna need also Allen head. That's what I call it. I believe it's 5 millimeter. Once we open this up, we're gonna get at a spring clip that retains the brake pad. So let's get started. I like to wear gloves because some of you are mechanically inclined on brake jobs. You know how much dirt, dust can get under the fingernail. So, I need to keep my hands clean on those hot dates. I've already loosened up from a little while ago, so just trying to speed up the process for video's sake, not to bore you guys. So I figured I'd make this video for some of you that are mechanic inclined, want to do your own brake jobs. Not everyone is, and you're willing to spend the money, got the money to take it to the shop. By all means, take it to the shop. For this long haul, I just don't have the money to get everything done. Although my local Indian shop is sponsoring me on some equipment, okay? But it doesn't cover everything that I need. So alright, so there's the 10 millimeter. I don't know if you can see that. Alright, take that off. Make sure you put everything nice and neatly. Now, one thing I've noticed about this caliper cover, I see some almost corrosion starting to happen. What I'm thinking is happening, the metal valence between the fender cover and the caliper hose touching each other, and it's getting some sort of electrostatic, alright, oxidation per se, that's happening. Alright, that's all I can figure. So I don't think it's something that I need to take warranty. I mean, it is noticeable, but I'm not gonna cry over it. Not yet anyway. Okay. And looking at the cover, yeah, I see some oxidation happening on the welded part where the 10 millimeter bolt goes. Living in a salty air climate here on North Padre Island, Texas, part of Corpus Christi. I got a lot of salty air, so expect some of this to happen. Keep a rag handy. Okay, next tool that I need. And I like to use extension to give a little more room away from the parts, otherwise you know what happens to the knuckles, alright? So this is a 5 millimeter Allen head, alright, to get at this bolt that goes through and get the spring clip. And it's not really tight in there. Okay. Now one of the things got to be careful, according to what I researched online, there's a spring that retains the brake pad. It's under tension, so gonna have to leave a finger there. Make sure it's not gonna fly out. Also, there's a direction that spring clip faces, up or down. And the way to know, the top part, in the middle of that spring clip, there's a tensioner, little halfway piece of metal that keeps the tension and for the bolt to go through. So that goes on the top. What I normally like to do is take pictures of everything, especially when it's complicated, so I'm not screwing things up when I try to put things back together. With my age, can forget a lot of things. Alright, I'm going to just take the ratchet off and hand remove this. And just safety note, sometimes it's good to wear safety glasses. I don't feel it's necessary in this case, but I normally do for my line of work in general, being a general contractor, handyman, especially using power tools, right? Cutting. Alright. Yeah, this is more of a threaded bolt that goes all the way to the top, like a Allen set screw. It's not a traditional type of bolt that comes out with a head. So it just turns and turns, man. At some point, I wonder if I just gotta yank it out. There we go. Gotta yank it out. That spring, I did feel the tension. Here it is. Now, I'm not too sure if we need to put a high temperature, high speed lubricant on it, like traditionally on vehicles that you do. Alright, here's the spring clip I told you about. There's a top, okay, and a bottom. So top has all the metal, several layers. I'm going to call it 3. That goes on top. And this spring tensioner just sits in there. It doesn't lock in anyway, anyhow, and you see the hole that the bolt is going to go through to retain that clip. Okay. Now, one of the things we want to do, and taking the old brake pad out, need to loosen up the caliper. So I'm going to use a screwdriver, gently pry. There's 2 pistons, caliper pistons, top and bottom, and we're going to nudge it to spread the piston carefully without damaging nothing, right? That's not something what to do. Well, I got one of them out. I think there's just one. Like I said, I've never done this. Is there 2 pads per side? Alright. So, here's my new one. Let's get a knife, open that package up. Careful. Yep, it is worn down. I may have like one, jeez, may have like 1/32 of an inch left of that pad. That's something. Okay, let's see if it'll smoothly go in there. That is not gonna go smoothly in there. Expect the what ifs. Oh, mommy. It's the left side that's... Alright, I got the other one out. There it is. This side has a little more life in it. I gotta make sure I put the right side in. They look identical. I feel the calipers pushing in as far as closest side to me, so that's good. The pad should go in nice and easy, right? There you go. Yeah, just wiggle it. Alright. There we go. That side is in. Now for the other side. Gonna be a little tougher. Now, you need to make sure the brake pad, it could fall through, not all the way, but need to line up that eye of the hole where that bolt's gonna go through. Okay? So you could feel it from the bottom side of the caliper. I'm doing the right side of the bike if I'm sitting on the bike and pushing it back to line up. Now I do need to push the caliper piston in on the closest to the wheel, sticking out. There you go. Oh yeah. That top one's giving me a little trouble. Wedge it. There we go. It's going in. It's still sticking out a little bit. Let's get it further in. Yeah, come on, baby. Let's see if I could get the sucker in. I need to push a little bit more. Yeah. Need more space, man. Need more space. bottom's good. The top, I'm having a damn ass hard problem. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. That moved it. Come on, baby. Woo! There you go. Should go in like butter. That's what she said. Oops. No sexist remark. Come on, I had you in there. Get around some more. That should do it. Come on, baby. Come on. Ah. Alright. It's not going all the way down. So what's holding it up, baby? Oh. This was easy, everyone would be doing it for a living. There we go. Alright. Alright, now need to push it back in, line up that hole like I mentioned earlier, right? So this one, don't know why I can't get it up again. What happened? I think what had happened is I squeezed it maybe a little this side. There we go. Alright, the two holes are lined up. Remember the clip? The 3 on top, 1 on the bottom, and it just sits. Okay. Like I said, it just sits in there. Now getting everything lined up is going to be trick, because you need to put pressure on that spring down. Line up all 3 holes, push it in, push it in. And I think I got it. Now I just need to screw that baby in. Almost lined up. Not quite. Push the spring down. Come on, you. Not quite. Not quite. Come on, get in that hole. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now I usually put blue Loctite on everything, but since this didn't have it and the threads really go in there, I don't see it coming loose. So not an issue, and I didn't see on the factory whether they put any on, so I'm figuring it's not an issue. And we'll just, I don't know the torque, so look it up in your factory manual or whatever. I'm just gonna hand tighten it like the way it is. There, I probably put maybe like 25-30 pounds on that. So that's all good. Looks like I put on the right correctly. All done. We'll just put the baby together. And talking about getting hands dirty. Whoa. Good thing I got gloves on. We'll just remove some old dirt. Alright. I don't have OCD, so I'm not going to worry about getting to the very super clean. Not going to happen. Of course, I used to be crazy. I'm just not so crazy now. I forgot I put the 10mm for keeper on that bottom welded bolt receiver on the caliper cover. So, get in the back side. Come on, baby. Get in there. Got that. Now for the 1/2 inch and the washer. Don't lose the washer. Lose some dexterity with the fingers with gloves on, of course, and I'm sweating. Probably lost like 20 pounds on my hands with the gloves on and the South Texas heat. But we got overcast and thunderstorms today, so it's cooler. So now I got most of that. I'm going to take the gloves off. Whew. Baby, that's dirty. Alright, change the socket head. And that's what you do on the other side with the rake. Not terribly super hard, but, you know, like I said, not everyone wants to do this or can do this. You know what, this nut, I'm not too sure if it's 1/2 inch because it's not going completely tight. You know what, for better me, so I don't have like lose this on the road, so not necessary, but the way I am, 23,000 miles, anything can happen on the road. So for this part, I am gonna put some blue Loctite. Ooh, let me find it. Alright, the brand I'm using is made by Permatex Blue. I guess they have different color coatings for different strength of retaining. And they do make like a one that you could squeeze the bottom. This is obviously liquid dispensers, semi-fluid. So let me get it all around there. Extra caution. All right. My first motorcycle brake job, man. Not bad. I didn't screw it up. That's always good, not screwing things up. You know what? I'm gonna get my tires changed and they're gonna have to, no, they should just take the axle bolt off. They don't need to, they may. I don't know what's required to change the tires. Alright, that's it. My first brake job, success. All good. I hope this video's helped some of you out and doing your own brake job. Cheers.